Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today's Inspire podcast. I'm joined by another inspirational partner. I can't wait to share his story about joining the Integrity family and really about how he really came up through the insurance business. I'm super excited to announce this Senior Health and Life Benefits has joined the Integrity family, and I'm joined here by Mr. Lawrence Bradley Sr., the CEO of Senior Health and Life Benefits, and they're based out of Savannah, Georgia, and serve people all over the Southeast and frankly all over the country, but also have a high concentration of agents in California as well, as I understand it. So you and your team have just done such an incredible job of serving people in the Medicare market. And I'm so excited to now come alongside of you, help you have more access to resources, products, support, technology, to help you even serve more people. So, Mr. Bradley, thank you so much for joining, my friend. I'm super excited.
Thank you for having me.
To have you. Now, you're based out of Savannah. We were just talking about this. One place I really want to go is Savannah, Georgia. I've never been there. Did you grow up there?
Yes, sir. Savannah's my home.
So I love the pictures. I mean, just the history of just everything that's in the South, but certainly around Savannah, and then the moss. I think some people call it the old man's beard, or I don't know what it's called, but that moss that hangs from the tree. Is that just where does that come from?
It just has happened through the years. It's part of the history of the city.
Man, it's so beautiful.
It goes like colonial settled, and it just has become a part of the history of the city. And a lot of people, when they see it, they're like, okay, wow, That is awesome. Yeah. Now, your whole family from there originally? You've just
been around Savannah your whole life, huh?
Been around Savannah my whole life. Born and raised. My dad's from Savannah. My mom not too far from there and everything. And we just been right there, really.
That is
Don't
awesome.
seem like it's been that way, but it's...
Man, that's on the bucket list of ours. My wife wants to go to Charleston, South Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia. Those are two places. I've been to Charleston, but I've never been to Savannah, so we're going to have to work that in one of these days. Now, one thing about Integrity is we love to work hard and play hard. We do a lot of cool things, and I see that you do that incredibly well with your group. In fact, I saw a video of you hosting an awards event for an agency group. And man, it was incredible. It looked amazing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. What we do on a yearly basis, we like to say thank you to our agents team. We do an awards gala recognizing the production results for AEP through OEP. We do a little twist in that this year because instead of doing two individual ones, we just made one grand award for AEP, OEP 2023. My wife, Pat, she handles the arrangements for that and all, and she usually comes up with a nice theme. Yeah. And this year, it was, of course, Out of Africa theme, and it turned out to be a really nice event.
Yeah, it is amazing. Tell us a little about, you guys dressed up. Tell us a little bit about what all y'all did there for Out of Africa.
It was African attire. We had a couple of groups. We had a African dance team that came in, and we had a drum team that came in. And she was very interactive, of course, in getting everybody together, in the circle and in the drum circle. It was very educational with the African dance team because they did do a lot of storytelling about the past. They talked about the Juneteenth, and then they proceeded to go along with their various, dances and songs. That was very inspirational for me because some things that I didn't really know, but I found out, through them telling their story.
Man, that sounds amazing. Now, talking about drums and music, I know you have a musical background. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I've been playing the trombone since I was elementary school. I started out in the school band, then I went through high school. Of course, played in college as well as I do play at my church. We have a church gospel band that played there. Of course, us old schoolers, we don't really get to play as much as we used to, but when we do get a chance to play, the joy is still there.
Yeah. So I remember in middle school, you finally got to get in the band, right? And so you got to test all the instruments. And I remember very clearly our band director, I went through some things and he goes, man, you have absolutely no musical talent. You're going to be on the drums. So I got a snare drum. I don't think I was very good at that either, but my best friend Bubba, I talk about Bubba a lot. My best friend Bubba got the trombone. And man, I was so jealous. Whenever you got the trombone, you got all that. And then he would sit behind me sometimes, play the trombone. And then I never knew about this thing called the spit valve, where you open up the spit valve. And he would just pick on me like,
he would
like, oh my God. Man, so every time I think about a trombone, I think about Bubba and the spit valve, man. So now you played all over. I mean, you played I understand in New Orleans, you've played all over. Do you play in a jazz band now?
No, it's a gospel band at church, right? But we've been invited to play at various venues. We've done at the New Orleans Festival. We've done the Big Apple Festival in New York. We even had a chance to play on one of the stages during the Olympics, when the Olympics was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow, man.
So it was a blessing to be able to do it, of course, to be able to share our music, from a gospel side, being able to share our music with the world.
Man, now you're really involved in your church. Now tell us a little bit about that.
As a deacon, I do have a lot of responsibilities, and it's part of, I guess, just kind of go hand in hand with helping out, helping to serve, working with outreach in the communities. Well, me and my wife, of course, we try to, as much as possible, we have an auxiliary in our church that we work with, and we do a lot of outreach activities, as far as helping to feed the hungry, canned good bagging, having opportunities. Anywhere we see we can have an opportunity to make an impact on that side, we of course strive as much as possible to do it. And we do a thing with food trailer that we have that we call Fish and Philly Weekend. Sometimes it's on the first Saturday, sometimes it might be the third Saturday, depending on the schedule. But that way that's a fundraiser that we do that goes to the church.
Man, I love that. I love giving back. We do a lot at Integrity to give back. We have the Integrity Foundation. We've got a lot of things that we talk about. Integrity gives back.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that you can ever outgive God in a lot of ways. I think, just the way that the more you give and kind of live abundantly, I feel the more you're blessed with in so many ways. I'm not trying to have a prosperity gospel type of discussion. It's really about how do you live open-handedly. And what I mean by that is not just grabbing onto stuff like it's mine. It's like, hey, I'm here to give and receive in so many ways. Now, being a deacon in your church, do you ever have to sing? Do you ever get to sing?
Yeah, I'm called upon. Yeah,
you called upon. Yeah. Like by yourself, just
sometimes by myself. Sometimes some of the other deacons we have to, before I lead in the praise services.
Do you like to sing?
Not really.
So when we started the podcast, I'd start this deal about breaking the ice because people are nervous, they're getting on, and I would say, hey, do you want to sing a song? And some people would freeze up. A few people would go, yeah, I can sing a song. If you were to sing a song, what would you sing?
If I was to sing a song,
what do you love to sing? Are you a baritone? What are you?
I guess I would fall under the baritone category. If I had to just sing a song, I could say, I feel like going home. I feel like going home. Though trials come on every hand, I feel like going on.
Man, that was awesome. Thank you, buddy. I love that. Now, your passion for service and your community, and certainly your involvement in your church, how has that impacted your experience in the insurance industry? How did you get into insurance, and then how's that really impacted you throughout that?
I started in insurance over 30 years ago. Actually, I was brought into it by a guy that was actually at a friend of my mom's house because I was going by to tell her about those energy efficient windows. And
were you selling windows?
I was supposed to have been selling windows. Yeah. I had just started, they tell you about write down the list of all the names of people, your family, friends. And so the sales manager for the company, it was a debit insurance company. And he happened to be there at our home, and he was asking her, did you know of anyone that you might be interested in? And she said, when I walked in the door, she said, that's the one you need to talk to right there. And I went and interviewed, and that's how my career got started. I was 23 years old. I did the debit thing. Then I started to want to pursue the independent side. And then I had the concept, well, I can do this. And I just started doing it to try to make it work for myself. But one thing that helped me in my success was I never wavered from that work ethic. of having a job, knowing that you had to do these things. I always kept that same mentality when I was doing it. Of course, with a young man, with a young family, and a wife looking at you and saying, you're going to business for yourself, that was additional motivation for me too, because I wanted to make it work. I was determined to make it work, but I knew I had to put the work in.
Yeah.
And so evolved until the year 2005 when this guy that was trying to talk to my mom and my aunt and them about the Medicare business, and of course they wasn't doing anything without talking to me. And so I went and he said, hey man, you think you might be interested to take a look at this side of the business, because my name was pretty synonymous in the community because we're doing life insurance. So he knew the name, but they had never met me until that time at my mom's house. And that's how I started the Medicare business of 05. And then I saw that the need was there, the education was there, needed to be there. And with me becoming a broker, I said, well, I need to make sure I represent various carriers because you never know what situation was going to run in.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to be able to, look, I'm just trying to make you do this here because this is the only thing I got in my portfolio. And before I knew it, it just has evolved for 18 years. And and Medicare space really just went here, and life insurance kind of went there. And I'm like, but it just, even me and some of my agents, like the young lady that was the Mr. Ceremony for our event, she's been with me for 15 years, and you would never believe it's been that long, but it's 15, but time went by. And so it's been, but it became a passion of wanting to educate and inform. And I practiced that, and I talk that all the time with the agency force, that you've got to educate and inform these Medicare beneficiaries, because when you're dealing with these seniors, it's just like dealing with your own mother, your own father, your own sister, and if you take it from that approach and you want to educate and inform them of the options and then be committed to serve versus sell. That's my big mantra, is being committed to serve first, and because like I tell them, you're not really selling nothing.
Yeah.
Because in most cases, it's not a premium that's involved. So you've got to educate, and you've got to inform the people of the options.
Man, that's one of the reasons I know we're so aligned. And one of the things I love about this business is that if you serve enough people, the cells take care of themselves,
They
right?
take care of themselves.
And it's truly, my parents are customers of Integrity.
Mm-hmm.
My in-laws are customers of Integrity. We literally have the opportunity to serve our family members, our communities, the country in so many different ways. And if you get out there, I'm a big Zig Ziglar fan, and we're building this amazing leadership academy with Tom Ziglar, his son. But one of the things I love that Zig Ziglar said: if you help enough people get what they need, then you can have everything you want, right?
That is
and
so true.
it's so true.
Yes.
And he also said, if you truly believe in the products you sell, then you have a moral obligation to sell them. And I don't know if there's a more important product. Now, look, you got to have windows. You're talking about windows. I don't know if you have to have energy efficient windows. Now, I'm not, don't write me saying we need more efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
I don't disagree with that. But look, people don't need that. They may want those, but they don't need that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they need health insurance, because when something happens, and it will happen, they're going to need that coverage that we provide. And when we can go out and educate them to make sure that they're in the best place and give them the right service and the right product and the right support at the right time, something I'm so passionate about, and I know you are as well. And that's where we're so excited to now be able to come alongside of you and be able to help serve you even more and help you have more resources, products, support, and technology to help you go out and serve more people. What drew you to Integrity?
Same that you just stated, the technology aspect of it. I have a chance to see the partnership and how it works. I'm excited about it because it gives me a chance to engage in the other areas of the market, in the life side, in the wealth side, but knowing that I got backup. Somebody I can call on to help in those areas. See, I know what my space is. I know life insurance, and I know it very well. But I know my space is where I've been doing is Medicare, but I don't have a problem with, okay, boom, I got a partner here. I can call, hey, man, come on, let's help me build this life side. I see my agency growth taking another leap by being able to help, especially agents that Medicare might not be their thing. Now we got everything else in place. So there's no reason for you to fail, because this is the window As you stated at the meeting when I was here before, the 3 legs of the stool
Yeah.
are now fully in place. We have it, but we hadn't really been advertising the other
Yeah.
legs of the stool. But now I'm ready to go full blast. Everything's here.
Yeah, well, hey, man, we're super excited
Yes,
to be
I'm
a
super
partner.
excited to be here.
And, man, we can't wait to see what we can do to help serve more communities. And we're super excited to have you as the newest partner. I appreciate you joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for singing. Man, we didn't plan that. You just, when you feel it and it moves you, man, that was awesome, man. And so we've seen that with a few partners that just get into it. And I love that because it's one of the things here at Integrity, man. We like to work hard. We like to play hard. We like to celebrate successes. And we like to partner with amazing people who have the same passion that we do, just like you have.
Yes, sir.
And can't wait to see what we can accomplish
Yes, sir.
together. So I hope everybody's as excited as I am for this newest partner joining the Integrity family. We've got so many incredible things that we're doing here at Integrity. And when I say we're just getting started, I truly believe we're just getting started because we've got this opportunity to holistically serve people with their life, health, and wealth needs and be able to serve them even better with great partners like you today. So thanks again for joining us, man.
Yes,
excited to have you as a partner. God bless you all and have a great week. Take care.